Well, here's Roxy and Jamal at Cooper Road Mini. Let's have a look at a few details here as we get ready to put our recently reassembled engine and transmission over here back into Mike's 67 Mini Cooper here. A couple of things we like to show. We've got a chance here with the engine out to do just a little bit of house cleaning. We can see that with such a nicely assembled car, this car has had its subframes cleaned up and bead blasted and repainted, but it's been a number of years since the restoration. And so here with the engine out, we have a chance to make it look much more like it just came out of the factory than has been driven around for a few years. Although perhaps sparingly. This didn't have the kind of miles you'd see on a commuter, but obviously it's got some use on it. You can see a lot of road grime and dirt and places where the nice clean paint has really been covered up by pretty much just the kind of accumulation that occurs over a few years of using a car, no matter how nicely you try to keep it. So we just take a little time to clean things up here. You can really notice a few things about this car that are unusually nice. The condition of these axles, they almost look like they were brand new when it was built. Obviously most of these axles have been in service for decades now. Yep. Hello there, Roxy. Let's have a chance to look at this other one. Look at the ends of these. Let's not do that. Let's go here. Just beautiful splines. The circlips are perfectly in place. They've not been tweaked out like you see them when they've been assembled clumsy. I'm having trouble focusing with the funny light, but you can really see that just everything on this car is just superb quality. While we're here, we're going to try to do things like, we noticed a couple of very minor leaks. So we've had this servo kind of hanging here. We see a tiny bit of wetness up here, and we noticed a little bit of a drip there finding its way from somewhere. So we can address a couple of these fittings, get this stuff done while there's no engine in the way. You realize it later, you go, it would have been so much easier. This, the dog bone inner bushing, this was a bit of an interesting one to take out because this exhaust system is solid welded all the way back. So we had to do some finagling to get the engine out. We're going to put it back in without the radiator, but we're going to make sure that bushing's happy because we do not want to have to pull this upper plate off. That would be a lot more work under the dash. But we'll get this other side looking sharp and clean like this. We'll reinstall our other axle here. We took this chance to change the inner CVs. We're just going to put some good quality ones in there. The old ones had started spitting some grease out. They were the so-called aftermarket version. I just find that the finish on the seal surface is not as good, and the quality of the boots and the clamps is not as good. They tend to eject their grease all over your nice clean engine. So over the course of the next couple of days, hopefully we will reunite this reassembled engine and gearbox with this lovely little car and be test driving it as early as next week. Roxy thinks that is a great idea.